You're listening to Chameleon Radio Podcast, delivering every week a new interview with the best hip-hop rap artists of all time. From coast to coast with your host, Mia Marshall.
Broadcasting live worldwide.
Alright, so the US Rap Podcast edition with your host, Mia Marshall. And interviewing Johnny Blaze is the first guest representing the US West Coast. Hi everyone. Today we are hanging out here with a very special guest, and he's on the other line. He's a California boy, Johnny Blaze.
So I don't think anybody should make up music. I think everybody should be heartfelt when they write their music. Because, you know, if you have that type of music, you will touch and inspire somebody. And they will relate to you. And you'll feel good about it. Maybe you help them out of addiction. Maybe you help them stop drinking all the time. Maybe they'll get inspired and they'll grab a dream once. You know? I don't want anybody to walk away from a dream. I want you to go get it. Go get the dream. Everything's obtainable. I promise you that.
Can you remember like the first song that you wrote and who did you sing it to? You can describe to me.
The first song I ever wrote was I got a beat from the record store, and it's gonna be funny again. It was an Usher song. Alright, you know that song? It's 7 o'clock, gonna die, I'm in my drop top, cruising the street, right? So I wrote, because I was really into love and poetry when I was starting to write music. So I wrote a song to that, and it was for a girl. And of course she didn't like it, but it was a rap song version of Usher's song. And I remember it distinctively because of the heartbreak I got from it, obviously. Just but it was fun, and I knew I could write music, and this was my first real song that I concentrated 3 verses on, and I go, you know what? I'm gonna start doing this. This is really cool.
That's good. It's a good story. What gave you the support to keep writing, like in the beginning? And who's that person that like kept you motivated?
You know, I don't think it was a specific person. I think that my trait of me growing up and always being doubted, you know, I was bullied when I was younger. I was bullied right out of school. You know, I was on the football team as a freshman, and seniors would beat me up and throw me into lockers and things like that. So I built up this tough skin, and I think what keeps me motivated the most in music is definitely people who doubt me. You really shouldn't, because I'm going to go after it so much harder because of your hate.
Yeah.
You know, I can't stand haters. I can't stand them. I hate people that put other people down. You know, like I've been saying the whole interview, I want you to go out and grab a dream. Please, go and do it. I'm doing it. I'm grabbing all my dreams. I'm grabbing whatever dream I can fucking find. I want this. This is my music business. I want to be part of the culture. Whether you treat me like a tourist because of it, because I'm a white rapper or not, I'm here to stay. I'm going to make I'm going to make 1,000 songs by the time I'm done and over with. I'm going to have 1,000 songs out there. People are going to maybe not treat me like the greatest of all time, which I don't want to be, because to be a king, you always got a target on your back. but I want to be one of those guys that people go, he's a legend. That dude.
Yeah.
You know, I want people like that. I want people to tell stories about me. Maybe not, oh, he's the best artist. No, he inspired me. His songs inspired me. You know, that dude.
Yeah, that's good.
Showed me how self-motivation was the biggest key to my life. You know, I wrote songs for my daughter where I feel like she's falling off, and I give her inspiration in those songs. And she comes out and she tries softball for the first time, and she kills it. She's hitting home runs and making diving plays, and she's a little girl. And I'm like, dude, this is awesome, you know? She's a great artist. My daughter's a huge artist. She already wants to go to a college for art.
Let her start young, and then it will be natural to her when she gets older.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Let her get into dance too. Like, it would help her a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like dance classes or even hip hop classes she could be, or going on tours with you and dancing when she gets older.
Yeah, she's tall too. She's 4'9" or 10. I mean, she's a tall girl. She just went to a physical, and the doctor said she's going to be around 5'7", 5'8". That's just a little under me. And I'm like, man, she's going to be a tall little girl, man.
Yeah, that's good. What is the thing that you're not very good at?
No, it's fine. The thing that I'm not good at is being patient. I every day. I look at my Spotify artists every day. I'm like, why doesn't anybody listen to my music? I should be having these numbers. Like, I'm really hard on my own self. Like, I would be a terrible boss if I was bossing myself around. I'm a terrible boss. You know, because I like everything to be a perfection. What I'm not good at too is staying on task. I let a lot of things in my life pile up, and I get overwhelmed sometimes.
Yeah.
I wish I could be a little.
We all have that.
You know.
Yeah.
Because I've been double booked before on my shows, and I'm literally asking the promoter, I'm like, oh my God, I double booked tonight. I know I'm the main event tonight. Will you let me go a couple slots ahead? And I'm going to drive over to this other show and make it there in time. So literally I have a limo, and I have 14, 15 of my people with me. And so I do the show, and I get in early, and I do the show. I jump into the limousine, and I drive over to the next location, and it's literally 3 hours away. And I go and do a show. I get out of the limo, and I grab the mic, and I'm on the stage already. You know, because I don't like letting people down. If I let people, like, I feel terrible about it. All day I'm just, it's on my shoulders, and I'm like, damn, I let somebody down. Never want to let people down, especially in the music industry. Once you lose respect in the music industry, it's done. The callous of it is, you can build up all the callous you want, but once you let somebody down, it's over for you. It's over. You know?
Yeah, bad, eh?
Yeah, if you come out like a jerk, if you mistreat people, if you do all this stuff, if you don't sign autographs for people, if you don't take pictures with people, if you don't make time for other people, you're done in this industry. You know?
Yeah, for sure, because they do take the time for you to admire your music and buy it. Like, they're the ones that you gotta look up to, I guess.
Yeah.
What would you suggest for newcomers? Any resources out there to get into the business? Well,
I have this it's a very simple method that I always tell everybody from Paradox Records, which is my family, anybody like subsidiary families that I have, like Local Entertainment, Rapaholics. I have a lot of artists that are on Rap Game, and I'm always an open door. I'm always an open door. So when people have questions about the industry, I tell them how it is. The things that I know that I can give you, I give it to them. Mine's a very simple method. If you want to be an artist, the first thing you got to do is you got to find a brand. You got to find something that's eye-catching. If you look at my Spotify page, some of the pictures in there are silly. I've got big old eyes and they're all colorful, and I've got great representation and great presentation. Okay? That's what really makes a brand famous, is by your presentation alone. If you're out there and you're a 24-year-old kid and you got your shirt off and you're a little bit buff and you got this terrible video on your Spotify, people do not take you serious. You gotta be, your presentation's gotta be everything. Your branding's gotta be everything. So that's number one. If you want to be an artist, the first thing you gotta do is you gotta find a brand. You gotta find something that's eye-catching. If you look at my Spotify page, some of the pictures in there are silly. I've got big old eyes and they're all colorful, and I've got great representation and great presentation. Okay? That's what really makes a brand famous, is by your presentation alone. If you're out there and you're a 24-year-old kid and you got your shirt off and you're a little bit buff and you got this terrible video on your Spotify, people do not take you serious. You gotta be, your presentation's gotta be everything. Your branding's gotta be everything. So that's number one. Number two, you gotta get a budget. You gotta have a budget. If you don't have a budget, you're spending your money on buying weed at the local cannery, or you're buying alcohol on the weekend and partying with girls, and you don't care about your music business, just stay where you're at. Everything's a sacrifice. Yeah. I don't go out and party all the time. I like to, but I don't, because I have a budget. I budget. Yeah. Number three in the industry, and this is a huge one. Stop thinking you're better than everybody else. Stop thinking you're better than everybody else. You know, if, like, a lot of people ask me, they go, hey, I've never even heard of Chameleon Radio before. I said, oh, that's funny. You should. They're pretty big. See, you always like want to uplift other people. Chameleon Radio to me is an opportunity. Like, I'm just blessed to even be with you guys today. You know, that's the way I feel. So if I'm in Power 106 or I'm at 92.3 or if I'm at Chameleon Radio, every radio station has a platform for me. I don't treat them any different. And that's what I would tell artists. Don't treat nobody different. Don't hate on their music. You know, there's a few artists that I can't fathom them making it past going into Spotify with that type of music. But I know everybody can grow and get better. So instead of me kicking this man while he's down, I say, hey man, try these different techniques when you record and see what you like. And if it don't work, come back, we'll start over. Because I'm not better than nobody else. I'm really not.
You're a good person.
I'm a good person.
You got a big heart. Yeah.
You know? So that's what I would tell artists. Those three main things. Once you get those, like, you'll be super successful. Your branding's right, your budget's right, and you treat people good. Man, these artists will get back and they'll say, hey man, I got an interview with Chameleon Radio. They're like, oh, what time is it? And they're artists. Because I treat people good, so they want to go on there. You know what I mean? But I have a show over here in Alabama. Okay, I'm over there in that area. Boom, they show up at the show. It's just because you treat people good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even if they aren't around, they can tell other people, and
exactly.
If they reside there or whatever, it's a good way to mouth-to-mouth advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you involved with any community events around
Well, I was.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a big advocate on reaching out to the community. As an artist, I don't have tons and tons of money that I just donate and not show up. I'm not that type of artist. I'm a hands-on guy. Like I said, I was a poor kid. I didn't have superstars coming in my neighborhood playing football with us, you know? So I figured, you know what? Like, to leave a legacy is so important to me. I want to leave a legacy that people can remember, not just because of music, not because of lyrics, not because of things that I do in music, but I want to inspire the community that I live in, you know? So I've raised, to date, I've raised $170,000 for There Is Hope Foundation for foster children. Every Christmas, the artists that are part of the label that I'm on, we go out and get seasonal jobs, and our paychecks that we get from our hard work, our 40 hours a day selling Christmas trees or working in the warehouse, I get these checks, all my checks, and we buy PlayStations and games for the foster children. So when they do find a family that they're going to be there forever with, they have something to bring home to them. Something that's
that's nice.
You know, so
yeah, that's nice.
The program's really cool, and I came up with that idea, and it's worked out for the last 12 years, and I'm just super proud of that. And I'm a good affiliate with the Heart and Lung Foundation as well, because my daughter's mom passed from a rare heart infection called myocarditis, and so I've raised a little under $8,900 for them, just on a GoFundMe app. And I also work for underprivileged children. And every show that I was doing before COVID at Christmas time, I would donate the proceedings. So we'd have like this big old, like golden, like, I guess pot. And people would donate money throughout the night for the show. And every year that I've done that, I think the number was $93,000 for Toys for Tots. Just on my show on one day over the last 12 years. So I'm a big advocate of giving back, you know. Community is important to me because, you know, a lot of artists, they flash the money, they got the cars, they're gangsters, they got the guns in their videos and all that. I'm not that. You know,
yeah.
I'm not that.
Yeah, that's good. You have some good karma coming your way then.
Yeah. I'm
always
just
good to help others.
Like, think about this. You're an adult, and you're on a platform, and there's kids out there that have mental issues. They suffer from ADHD. They suffer from all these different diseases in their heads. And you're flashing guns and diamonds and saying this is the life to be in. How are you inspiring?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not.
How do you inspire that?
Not in a good way anyways, right?
Yeah. I'd rather you be like, yo, you have a drug addiction? Let's get out of it. Because there's a bigger life ahead of you. You know what I mean? There's something to live for. You know? For me, dude, I couldn't live without my daughter. I would protect that little girl to the day I you know? And me not having stuff when I was a kid, that only inspires me to put brand new shoes on her every month. You know what I mean? Like, she gets a brand new pair of shoes, even if she doesn't ask for it. I get her nails done. You know, she made me get my nails done before. It was terrible. I've never been to one of those places ever, so. I got my toes and my feet done. I've got baseball feet, so I'm pretty bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, kids are a pretty important phase in anyone's life, I find. You grow with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me see. I guess I'll be here in about 1.5 hours. It was really nice meeting you and talking to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by and, well, not stopping by, but virtually. And I'll keep in touch with you. And when I release the podcast or whatever, I'll let you know. I'll put the link in there on Instagram or
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I really appreciate you guys having me on. You know, it's a big opportunity for me, you know, and if we can help each other, I really like to see Chameleon Radio grow to even bigger heights. You know, I thought it was so cool that, I think I have around 7,600 people on Instagram and Facebook. I have a few. And it's really nice when I put out those little ads and stuff, you know, for doing the interview. We had such a great response, and like, I really want to help you guys, like, to give back as well. You know, so like, anything you guys need from Johnny, please let me know. You know, I know.
Well, anytime you have your song or whatever, just tag me and let me know, and I'll play on the station. Like, I'm always looking for new music, and because I try to like help out the independent artists that don't have that much exposure. It's a good way to, you know, just give a little, and then maybe one day down the road they'll remember that we helped them out. You know, I guess that's all I look for anyways. Like, I'm not in for the fame, or I'm not a singer. It's just I like interacting with inspiring people, I guess I would say.
Yeah. If I could just say one thing, February 26th, my big song, 6-song release on all streaming platforms. You don't want to miss the music that I got coming out. They're truly great songs, and I hope everybody could just tune in to Spotify and Apple Music and help me with those streams, because I'm telling you, this is a really good little project that I did with the 6 songs and releasing them at the same time. You know, so. Okay. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll promote that for you, and hopefully you get a whole bunch of streams.
That'd be great. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
You're listening to Chameleon Radio Podcast, delivering every week a new interview with the best hip-hop rap artists of all time. From coast to coast, with your host, Mia Marshall.